What is going on, everybody? This is Owen here, and today we're going to be talking about the brand new Uncharted movie. Uncharted is one of my favorite video game franchises of all time. I love all the games, I love all the characters, and just the story as a whole is amazing. And so when they announced that there was going to be a movie, I got a little excited. Part of me was also very nervous about it because up to the release of the movie, there was a ton of people making videos on it saying how, oh, it's going to be bad, Tom Holland's not Nathan Drake, blah, blah, blah. And I tried my best to remain optimistic about it. You know, I was like, this, we can't really judge it until it comes out. And it has come out. I have seen it. And I was pretty disappointed. Okay, so right off the bat, Tom Holland did a decent job as Nathan Drake. I'm not gonna lie. For the most part, he has this serious character to him, but he'll occasionally, crack a joke or two, which is kind of like how Nathan Drake is. Mark Wahlberg as Sully. Oh boy, this was not good. Mark Wahlberg's Sully feels a lot more like Sam from Uncharted 4 in a way, where he really only cares about the treasure, and he will pretty much risk his life for it in a way. Like, there's this one scene where he has like a bag full of treasure and it nearly falls, and he literally is reaching out to try and grab it, like literally risking his own life for a bag of treasure. This is very different from how Sully is in the game, where he really only cares about the treasure too, but he's not gonna risk his life for it. He knows when he's over his limit, and he's like, no, we're outnumbered here. I'm not risking my life. I'm out. This movie also went in a completely different direction than I thought / hoped it was going to be. I was really hoping this would kind of be like the missing link of the games and would take place in the same timeline as all the games and would sort of just serve as like a way to answer questions that have been asked in some of the games, such as, where was Sam when Nate and Sully met? And, when did, Nate and Chloe meet? Like, what happened between them? I think if they went in this direction, this movie probably would have been really good, but they didn't. This is a case where the title and the characters are from the source material, but the whole story is completely different. And from that, there was a lot of elements I noticed that had been introduced in the games, but were changed a lot in this movie. For example, in the first 3 Uncharted games, Nate has this ring that he wears around his neck. In Uncharted 3, we actually find out that Nate stole this from a museum, and this ended up kicking off the events of Uncharted 3, and it also kind of serves as part of the story of how he and Sully met. In the movie, however, it's explained that Sam is the one that gave Nate the ring, and he gave it to him before he eventually left on his own. I guess I should have taken this as a warning sign that this movie is not going to be what I thought it was going to be. This movie also had a lot of opportunities that it really flew by. During the scene when Sam leaves, he actually gives Nate a lighter, and in present day, we see that he still has the lighter, but it barely even works. Obviously, if you haven't guessed by now, this is kind of like the last bullet in the chamber, where he's in a situation where he needs a light, and he's trying super hard to get it to work, and then it finally works. This moment would have been so suspenseful if they didn't ruin it by having a scene where he manages it to get it to work and uses it to light a torch. This is not the only case. There were a couple other moments. I just can't really remember them right now. Despite all this, there are actually a couple things I did really like about this movie. The plane scene in this movie was really cool, probably because that's very identical to the plane scene in Uncharted 3. There's also this really cool moment where Nate's putting on the gun holster, and while he's doing it, the Uncharted theme plays. I remember looking at my friend who went to see the movie with me, and we got all super excited. We were like, dude, this is so cool, man. Also, there's a Nolan North cameo, so. Other than that, this movie was a pretty big disappointment. This movie had a lot of potential to be great, but it just did not pull through with it and ended up making a lacking representation of the greatness of the Uncharted games. If you're a fan of the games, you're probably going to be a little disappointed with this movie. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. If you've seen Uncharted, let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I'll see you all later.